created 1, 2, 3, 4 for testing. Now I've enabled all your staff. They can now use sales page to make their transactions. So what it means is that they can, this is it, click here, this is the first one, but this is a shortcut. If they click here direct, is a shortcut to open the page. Remove your hand. So now I'm creating digital as the customer's name. A type DI, 2 letters is okay. Digital is not in the same. What is in the same is able digital, but I want to use digital. I create name, enter. I just put digital as a code. If I want to write another one, this is the full name, which I know that all of them, and then use digital. Okay, digital. Digital EMA, for example. Now they can fill all this information, the one that you need. Mostly people need the customer's phone number, and they need the Abuja. Some of you will just say Abuja. You understand? Depend the information you feel like you're taking from the customer, but we need the phone number. Then you save. Now this digital is already in the system. You then look at it here. It's already highlighted. The click. Now, as it is now, let's say these are the items we have in here. We use them to make a transaction for you. So somebody buying this one 10, and the person is paying 10. Each of them is 2,000. So that becomes 20,000 naira. Now the first transaction I want to make is a full payment, and I want you to understand on this particular one, this particular page, they will not be able to split payment. Let's say the person pays some cash, some POS, some transfer. The person will not be able to split it on that transaction. But if it's POS page, they will be able to do so. But this very page is only one payment that is allowed. So now you click, the customer is paying all. Just click enter, and enter is cash. If it's another method of payment, you select it here. You know, this one is demo. That's why the real name of your payment is not here. So, but they can choose if it's your own. So, just click, let's say it's cash. This one is saved. Then print. It will print direct. But because there is no print attached here, I will already save. So, this transaction is completed. Now, I'm going to do another one. Now, this very one, this is what the person is buying, and the same 10. The same 2,000. If you watch, this is the money that they were just entered now. The first one, there was no figure here. So now, in this very second one we are doing, the person pays, the person did not pay all the money. The person paid just 5,000 naira. 5,000. So, and the person pays cash. Then I have paid. You can see under here now what the person is owing us. Then you print a receipt. You understand? You are free to attend to another person. So I didn't see why this thing is not difficult to use and write receipt. It's a very fast. If all your products are in the system, you are selecting it. Now the next one, digital come able digital now, different from digital we are using. Then now come to buy. Look at what digital is owing us. Digital EMI is owing, but this able digital EMI is not owing us any money. Now, able digital come to deposit money. It's not actually buying. It deposit money for something. Now, as the able digital name is there, you just click payment direct. Don't put anything here. Click payment direct. It will come as a deposit. Now, when it comes as a deposit, it's depositing 10,000 naira. Now, let's say that deposit is depositing, making it by transfer. Please, yeah, in your main one, you will see transfer here. But transfer is not this one as a deposit. So I'm using this. Now, on this deposit or transfer, you have to make a statement here. You understand? There are two ways. It's always good before somebody will make a deposit, there should be quotation. You understand? Except the person is just depositing money the day he will come to buy something. The day he will come to buy something, that day invoice will not be issued for him. That is the, he will not use the money of what he's having to make to buy goods. Do you understand? I don't know whether you're getting my point. But there is a difference that somebody will come, before somebody will make a deposit, he will want to have an agreement with you. That means he have the list of what you agree that he's paying for him to make that deposit. Is it not? So if that is the case, they change this place to quotation. Now this is a quotation. They are now able to write the names of what the person is buying, the list of what the person wants to buy, now these are the list of what the person is buying. Then in quotation, it does not allow payment. So now in this quotation, you print this quotation and give this person. Now when you print this quotation and give this person, you are now, the person is now making deposit on this quotation you gave him. Now you are giving him the receipt. Now the person is having the receipt number, the quotation number is there. So on that deposit you are having here, which is Able Digital is depositing now. Then now, remember there will not be anything here. You click payment. Then you go further. Then you now type how much is deposited. Just depositing 10,000. And they're making a transfer. So here you will now have to make a statement. Deposit. You understand? You don't need to write all. Deposit for quotation number. You understand? I don't know how I will write the quotation shortcut. I think quote number 1. Is it very clear? Deposit for quotation number 1. Now, this my statement will appear on the receipt you are going to give that person for that deposit. Now, the system have the deposit number, which deposit number 1, we have the list of what the person want to buy. He can come the day you want to come and pick it and change his mind. It doesn't matter. Now, these are the things. Then you print this receipt and give to the person. This is the receipt of the payment deposit that the person has made. Now, quotation you gave the person did not minus your stock, did not affect your money, did not come into you as money. But there is a record that this man came. And that man is holding that list as an agreement of what he have agreed with you to buy before start making deposits. Okay. So now, what is now remaining for us now is the real thing. The person have gone. Now the the digital, the second person that we talked about before. The digital himself now, which is the one that owes 15,000. Today, the other man come and deposit. You can see the money deposited. We are the one owing him. The digital is with him that is owing us. Now the digital now came to make some money. This second pay, you click the second one, which is payment received. Digital. No, I selected another name. Digital. So digital is owing us 15,000. And how much did he come to pay today? He came to pay 10,000, ba? Oh. Then that's all. How is he giving you? This one is giving transfer. I'm using this check as if it's transfer. But in your own, you have a normal, you have the real amount. Then you click here. So now it's not paying us all the money. He's paying 10,000. The time the 10,000 is bringing today. Now, this thing will not say because the amount here and here must be equal. So a digital came to give you 10,000. And in this 10,000 is giving you, now the invoice here is actually 15,000. It's either you come here manually and I clean this and type 10,000 here, or you click auto apply, will do it for you. As I click auto apply, you have adjusted it. So on this invoice now, it's paying only 10,000, no longer the 15,000. So by the time we print this one now, the remaining invoice with the remaining 10,000 will now remain. So if we go ahead and print the receipt and give to this person, you are done. Now if you're able, if digital comes again next time, how much is digital owing us? 5,000. Do you understand? I want to treat the digital own. I want to make payment now. Now, let's say there are two ways though. Digital has given us 5,000 and come tomorrow to buy another thing. It's owing us 5,000 and today he's making some buying. You buy something on 100,000 plus the other 10,000 and you want to pay all of them. You have two ways to do this. It's either you pay this one separate or you go and pay the two of them together. Do you get it? So if you want to pay the two of them, he wants you to give him a single receipt of 105,000 is giving you. In that case, you are going to save this one without payment. Save without payment. Or to make it easier for them, they will settle this one, now go to the other one and pay the other 5,000, giving the 5,000 receipt of that one. No confusion. But it can as well be done this way. You save this one because you cannot give the person the receipt of this one without payment because he paid you. You understand? So it's either you save it without payment, then now go to the system here to pay the amount, all of them, general, digital. So it's owing us 105 now. I now give you cash. Then you come here now, it's giving us cash. You're giving us cash, 30,000. Then you're transferring the remaining one to bank account or whatever you are having on your main account. Now, you will print this receipt. Do you understand? If you print this receipt now, this payment receipt, he will have 100,000 payment receipt. If we print this one, 100,000 payment receipt will be given to him. But you are not giving him receipt invoice, so this process will take a lot of, because you need to come here to print his invoice to give him. You need to come here and print the invoice, which the invoice is there. You need to print the invoice for him to go. Because now the invoice is paid. Before, if you print it before, it's not paid. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So, but if your people will be confused, the best thing for them to do, print that one and pay it. Okay, give me the money for the one of old one. Let me go and pay that one. Give you the receipt for the old one. Then the invoice for the new one. If you don't want to do it this very well, but this one make you to give it now invoice. If I print this invoice, everything is balanced. And there is another thing I want to talk. If customer come to your shop after placing order and buying everything and pay you, then he want to go, he don't need to give him the receipt. He print what we call delivery note. It is the delivery note that the driver will use and carry the goods and go and supply, or they will use and carry it. The person can go with his receipt the day he paid. Then now, this invoice of 100,000. If you want to print the delivery note of this, you just click here, click this delivery note. When you click this delivery note, it will print a delivery note of everything that is on that invoice. The quantity, the amount will not be there. If you have entered the address of that person, everything will be there, but the difference is that the amount will not be there, but the quantities will be there. So it's the invoice we printed that generates this delivery note. Now, how we come to this page again? You click here. I taught you how to use this, which is where you are writing invoice from. I taught you how to use the second one, where you are making payment from, the old debt. I taught you how to use this one. That is where you can go, search the customer's name, click on the customer name, click on the history, and all the history of the person will appear. Click on the particular invoice you want to print the delivery note, or you want to reprint that particular invoice. That is this one. So now I've taught you all these three. Now, the person that makes deposit. Remember, somebody made a deposit. What I taught you before now is how to balance deposit. But I'm going to make it specifically, call it deposit. Now, deposit. The person has deposited us 10,000 and they now come today to buy goods. What you need to do first thing, write the, okay, you know we gave him quotation that time. If he give us the quotation number and you have the quotation, because he will come with the quotation. If he didn't come with it, if he come with it, you can come here, type the quotation number. Quotation number 1, it will bring it up again. Now everything is here. If the person want to buy everything that is here, let's say today he have changed his mind. This very last one, I'm no longer buying this one up to 10. I'm buying only 7. He just changed it to 7. Okay, sorry. I'm going back again so that I explain the way they will understand. Now, when you open their normal page, which is this one, then you change this place from invoice to quotation. Then you click enter. You go to quotation number and type the quotation number. It call back that quotation that person is holding. Now, you need to transfer this quotation to invoice. You don't want to begin to type everything afresh. You just click copy. Click here. You go down to copy as invoice. Look at it. Copy as invoice. You click enter to return down here. Now it is now invoice, no longer quotation. We are transferring it as invoice. So on here is a new transaction. You can amend anything you want to amend. The only thing that you're using that quotation to call it back, reduce the stress of you begin to type the list again. You can as well type it direct, but you don't want to begin to type everything again. That is why you use copy. So you go to quotation, bring it down, then copy it as an invoice, then enhance, bring it. So here you can modify and change any, because it's a new transaction, you have not saved it. You understand? So now here, let's say the person has changed his mind that he's buying only 7. And the price, everything still remain. If the price change, maybe it's above the days you people agree. Tell about God that this one past the day we gave you the quotation with. So that price does not exist again. This is the new price now. Whatever you agree now, you can amend. So now, since the person had deposited money before, you do not need to make payment here. Because you need to save it, not printing. You save. Now, once you have saved it, you now go to where you are going to now the payment receive. Then you put the person's name. Now you can see the invoice he picked from us is invoice of 59,000. That means he's owing us 59,000 and we are owing him 10,000. Who is to balance who? He is to balance of 49,000. So now that is where you now say you can now make a statement here. Balancing with a deposit. you understand? You can make deposit number. Deposit number. Look at the deposit number there. It's showing deposit number 1. Then you are done. Then now the 49,000 is what you have to do. Here you have to spell how he's giving you your 49,000 today. He's giving you 9,000 cash. Then he's going to give you the remaining one here. That means you are done. Now, if you print this receipt and give this person, that is the receipt of the payment he's giving you, where you reconcile these two transactions. Now, if you print this receipt, he collected 49,000 today. Is it not? So now that you have done that now, remember you have not given his receipt. Now you can now go to his name, add and modify, go to his name, go to history to print the invoice now, because the invoice of 659 is already paid. Do you know how it's paid? Because what you pay off 49,000. Even if you want to see it, you can click that product, click payment. They will see how much. Look at it. Everything is paid. You can see that statement you make is here. So that is it. I've been able to teach you. Now I'm going to go to the accounting part of it. Then I'm logging in your own part of balancing the account. Now, when you come here and go to sales payment report, I screen. You see, the 10,000 naira that person deposited. I want to remove it from summary. I want to make it detail. You can see this transaction. On this transaction, you can see the deposit number was minus in here. So the money that the person actually paid was 40 and 9. This is the money that will appear on that day's sales, 49,000. Because this 59,000 naira invoice is already minusing with the deposit that was paid the day the deposit report. Remember the day that the person made the deposit came in to us and he calculated in our money that day. Let's say that this transaction we made it in a different day. Is that day that this deposit will come in. So today, even though we have written 59,000 naira invoice, the money that came in that day is just 49,000. And this one appeared the day the invoice was written. So every day, once there is any reconciliation in amount and so on, this is the page that will balance. You understand very well? So I would like you to practice it. I want to end it here so that the video will not be too long. Every of your staff need to watch this particular video. Then when they finish watching it and still have any question about how to say, because this very video explains from beginning to the end of everything they have to do. When they now have issue, then you get back to me if you cannot answer it. You understand? But that does not mean whenever you want to balance account every day, you can balance them accounts from here. Daily sales report. You can balance their account here, summary or total, whichever one you choose to. You balance them one by one. You can see their sales. Anybody that is outstanding that is owing that day will appear here. So at the end, you see total amount, total sales, total amount paid, and total credit for that day. Then, but the amount of this particular page, if I change it to detail, or detail no cost. You begin to see how they pay the money. This is the company name that pay. Then this is the amount. You understand? The money was paid by cash and so on. That's how you're going to give details. But if you check here now, if the deposit was not this, the amount that will appear here will not tally with the payment order there, because that was a deposit. An invoice that appear here is invoice of look at the invoice of 59. But look at the invoice 59,000. But the money that came in is 40 and 9,000. That to show you there's no under deposit, because we use the deposit to clear the money. The payment page that I use to balance, we balance the accurate thing. Thank you. I'm done. Okay, so I will send you the video. Any question again? No, it's not possible. That means the person did not make the correct deposit. Do you understand? For deposit to appear, okay, let me answer you. Let me answer the question you say. Calm down. Hold on. We are doing deposit now. This digital able make a deposit. You said that the person deposited 2 times, and now they come back. One was showing negative, positive, and one was showing negative. This is 20,000 deposit, please, and it was deposited cash. Then we'll print this receipt. If I print it now, we are done with deposit. I'm done. Oh. Then next time again, he deposited another one, 30. No, let's separate it so that we know. You understand? Okay, let me do the same amount. I'm doing the same amount now. I've deposited 2 times. Now, this company name that is here, watch, is having 40,000 that is owing us. We are owing him. So when you go to the name, look at the name, it's 40. If you go to the history, there are 2 deposits, deposit and deposit. I mean, look at it, deposit and deposit. 2 of them will appear there. It doesn't matter. Now, when he comes to use this deposit and buy to pick his item, you must write an invoice. If there is a quotation, you do copy. If there is no quotation, you do the next thing. If there is no quotation, you write invoice for him that day. Now, whatever invoice you are writing for him that day, let's say it's 1 item is buying, and this item is 100, and each of them is 1,000. So their total amount is 100,000. Then you don't pay, you save. Now, you now go to the payment to receive to reconcile the 2 of them. Then in this payment to receive, then what you do, you type the name again. Then you can now make that reconcile invoice. No matter whatever you want to write, it depends on the whosoever, whatever you want to put here. But I want to know that any statement make here will appear on the report. You understand? Invoice number what? Have invoice number 6 with deposit number 2 and 3. I'm done. Then you come back here. The total amount now is this. 100,000 is our invoice that we did not make payment. Now we are minusing is 2,000, 20,000, minus another 20,000. So it's to give us 60,000. And in this 60,000, he decided to pay us 30,000 cash and make the other one transfer. That is the money. Then you print this receipt and give him. This is what cleared the deposit. This particular thing cleared the deposit that is no longer owing us. I mean, we are no longer owing him. In his account, he have make use of his deposit to collect goods. Are you getting me? Now he have already used his deposit to take his goods. So he's no longer owing. Nobody is owing each other now. So now it's time for you to now give him his invoice. Which there are many ways to do, give him an invoice. You can just click on F7. If you click on F7 direct on your keyboard, then it will pop up. Let's say you open this sales page. You click F7 if the person is permitted to do that. But somebody that is not permitted to open the F7 will not do that. Somebody that is permitted will just click on it. Look at the last transaction. It's the last transaction here. You just send the printout of the invoice. The invoice will now come. It's now fully paid. So nobody is owing who now. If you go to his account, they are no longer owing him. This account here, watch the account. If you go to the account of that person, you are not owing, look at it, you are not owing the person, and the person is not owing you. Nobody owing each other here. Yeah, make use of his deposit that is with you. Do you understand? I think this answers all your questions. Hello. I'm with you.
I said, can we check that transaction?
The report.
The one I told you that we did, that one was showing plus and one minus.
I will look at it. I want to end the video so that I will, because the video is for tutorial. It's another person will be able to listen to it, so we don't join on nothing inside it, so that we know we have concluded. Okay, thank you very much for this video. We have been able to mention how to use the sales page to make sales, and at the same time handle deposit, handle the quotation, which is pro forma invoice, and at the same time how to handle deposit, and when the customer comes, you'll be able to reconcile your deposit at the same time with the money the person have deposited with you before. Thank you. How to make credit sales and how to make cash sales, everything we will be able to discuss it on the video. I hope this video is clear for you. You understood everything. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.